Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be letting a TBR jar choose my April reads. I did this for March as well, and I think I picked about 8 books to read and I read 2 of them. I did read 7 books in total, but only 2 of them were on my initial TBR, which is not the best to be honest, but I have faith for April. First I'm going to talk about the books that I already want to read, and then I'll pull, I think, 3 or 4 out of the jar. The first one is Blood Over Bright Haven, and the reason this is on my TBR for April is because I'm already about a third of the way through it and I'm really enjoying it so far, which is good. This is a adult high fantasy standalone that got published traditionally last year. It was initially self-published and then it went really viral on Booktok and Booktube as well. And the author has another book called The Sword of Kaigan, which is also on my TBR. And I thought I'd start with this one first because I feel like it's the one I'm most likely to like more. And I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a high fantasy and it's set in this city which is basically protected by this magical dome. For some reason, I just keep picturing Springfield in the Simpsons movie when it's trapped. They're all trapped in the dome. But yeah, this magical shield basically protects them from the cold and the weather, but also this disease called the blight, which can kill pretty easily. And the people who uphold the magical veil are these high mages, and the main character is a woman, and she is the first female high mage. Normally, it's just men in this world that get to achieve the status of high mage, but the main character has the opportunity to become one if she passes these really difficult exams, and she does at the start of the book. There's no spoilers, it's literally like the first or second chapter is in the synopsis, and it's about her struggle to fit in as the first woman doing this job. A lot of the other high mages are really horrible to her, and as a joke she needs basically a lab assistant, and as a joke they take one of the janitors and give him to her as a joke, but she decides to actually keep him on. And yeah, I'm only a third of the way through it so far, but I am really enjoying it and hopefully I can get it finished soon because it's already the 3rd of April and I've not finished the book this month yet. So, and it doesn't even take me that long to get through. I thought because it's a high fantasy it would be a bit tricky, but it's actually all right. And the only bits I really struggle with is the magic system because it's very science based and it just kind of loses me sometimes. I'm enjoying this so far, so this will definitely get read in April. I also want to get the Paladin's Grace series read in April, hopefully the whole series, but I won't sweat it too much if I can't get it all done. This is a 4-book fantasy romance series. I think it kind of has cozy vibes, but I think they're more companion novels than directly related series because I think they follow a different couple each time. In the first one, Paladin's Grace, the main character is a perfumer, and while she's out looking for a certain type of flower for her job, she gets attacked basically, and then this paladin, this knight, comes and saves her, and they have to go on the run for the rest of the book. And it just sounds really cute because whilst the male main character is, you know, this heroic knight, but he also knits socks just in his free time, which sounds really cute. And yeah, I've heard great things about this series, so hopefully I can get them read in April. Okay, now onto the TBR jar, which is the scary bit. Of course, this is the book I pick. I don't know if you can see it that well. It's Blood Over Bright Haven. Well, I'm gonna have to pick another one. It's a book I've already read. I can't remember the last time I've updated this jar. 3rd time's a charm. It's another book I read last month. It's The Scholar in the Last Fairy Door. This is so bad. 4th attempt. At first I didn't recognise that book title there, but it's Cruel is the Light. But I have it right here, thankfully. Honestly, don't know much about this book. I know it is a YA fantasy. It might be the first book in a series, or maybe it's a standalone. I kind of hope it's a standalone because I'm sick of series at the moment. I always start them and then never finish them, but I know this is about demons and angels teaming together for the greater good, which sounds really good. And yeah, hopefully I like this. It's a chunky one. So, okay, I'm going to pull 2 more out. Hopefully I don't pull any more that I've read. Oh, it's A Letter to the Luminous Deep. I've been wanting to read this book for a while. I've seen pretty mixed reviews, but this is quite interesting because I can't remember the word for it, but it's one of those stories that's written entirely in letters. So you can see it's like letters and transcripts and stuff, not actual writing. All I know about this is the main character starts to write letters to this scholar and then they disappear. And then a year later, both the main character and the scholar's siblings team up to look for clues to find out what happened to their siblings, which sounds really interesting. And I have heard mixed things about this book, but it sounds like something I really like and it sounds quite unique as well. So I am really interested in this. Okay, one more. I think it's going well so far. It's The Sword of Kaigan. I mean, if I'm reading Blood over Brighthaven, I may as well read The Sword of Kaigan as well. I've been really intimidated by this book, but reading Blood over Brighthaven is kind of giving me more confidence in it. I know this is a epic historical fantasy with like lots of battles. I'm pretty sure the main character, she's a mum now, but when she was younger, she was a warrior, and then a war comes to their town, and she has to basically take up that lifestyle again. And I've heard it's really heartbreaking, and just heard absolutely amazing things about this. It's another chunky one, so I've really got my work cut out for me in April. Yeah, that is my entire April TBR. It's only 8 books, but I've been reading an average of like 7 books a month, so we'll see if I can pull through with this. I better hurry up and finish Blood over Brighthaven so I can get to the other ones, but it looks like a good TBR. Good mix of things as well. Got some epic fantasies, a book written in letters, some YA, and then romantasy books basically, which is honestly a good combination. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of these books or if you want to read them, because they all sound so good. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video.